Hi, I'm Sean Gannon, and this is Minute Math. And today we're going to learn about compound inequalities, and we're going to solve each inequality and graph its solution. So if I was given this inequality, -1 plus 5n is greater than -26, and 7n minus 2 is less than or equal to 12. Well, my first step here is I want to solve each inequality individually. So I'm going to add a 1 on both sides for this first one, leaving me with 5n is greater than a -25, right? Because -26 plus 1 is -25. And I divide it by 5 on both sides, giving me n by itself here is greater than -25 divided by 5 is a -5. Okay? So now I'm going to solve this one. I add a 2 to both sides, leaving me with a 7n is less than or equal to 12 plus 2, which is 14. And then divide by 7 on both sides, giving me n by itself is less than or equal to 2. 14 divided by 7. Okay? So now this one's tricky. We're given and here, and we're given a range. We said n has to be greater than -5, and n is also less than or equal to 2. I'm going to see if I can combine this into one statement. Okay? So I'm actually going to flip this one right here to have -5 come first, then is less than n, right? Because n being greater than -5 is the same thing as -5 is less than n. And then if I combine these two right here, that n together, see what I'm doing? I have a less than or equal to a 2. So now these two statements can come together and be combined into one big statement here. Okay, because let's look, is anything false here? Where n is greater than -5, that's shown right here because -5 is less than n, same thing. And then n also has to be less than or equal to 2. Okay, so we have to have both of these things occur. All right, so now we have a one statement. I can graph that. Okay, so let's go 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, a -5 is less than n. It's not equal to n, but it's less than n. So we're going to put an open circle there. All right, and then at 2, we said it can equal to, so I'm going to put a closed circle there. And then n exists between those two. So I'll put my bar or my line that goes between them right there. And there we have it. Our graph here represents all the values that n can be, which are -5 is less than n, which is less or equal to 2. So let's recap. I was given my two inequalities. -1 plus 5n is greater than -26, and 7n minus 2 is less or equal to 12. I solved each individually. I added 1 to both sides here, and then divided by 5 to both sides, giving me n by itself. N is greater than -5. Here, I added 2 to both sides, then divided by 7, giving me n is less than or equal to 2. I then flipped this, because there was an and statement. I want to see if I can combine these two together. In doing that, I was left with -5 is less than n, which is the same thing as n is greater than -5. Then I combined this n is less than or equal to 2 into one big statement for all values that n can be. It has to be true for both. We said n is this and that. N is greater than -5 and n is less than or equal to 2. Then I graphed it. I have an open circle at -5 because it's not equal to, n is not equal to -5. But I have a closed circle at 2 because n can equal 2. N is everywhere in between, so I have our line here in between. And so now my graph matches my final answer, which is -5 is less than n, which is less than or equal to 2.